What's up, guys? It is very surreal to be here. Okay. All right. He's right here, man. He's right.
If Abhinav Bindra was ever in a gunfight, dude, he's gonna die first.
The casuals make Olympics gay.
Jay would play 3v3 basketball, Hasbullah, Jay and Abdul. And then we could all do all the women's sports.
Yeah. King Green is coming off a fucking heater of UFC 300 where he beat the fucking living shit.
Belal needed his country to go into war for him to fucking get a fight.
I think Leon's gonna finish him.
If you're watching at 8 a.m. and drinking booze, figure out what your life is about.
Like, the UFC has a problem right now of these old motherfuckers beating the shit out of kids.
We're cutting it, bro. We'll talk about this in 4 minutes.
Why let him go now? I'm doing the editing. You're telling him to stop. Choose. Let him talk now if he wants to.
He can say what he wants.
Olympics getting gay, bro.
Texting Tanya literally today. I was like, yo, like...
What's up, guys? Welcome back to The Casuals. As we mentioned in our last episode, we will be putting out more content. So this is our second episode of the week. This week, we'll be talking Olympics again, getting a little more into discussion territory, and followed up by UFC 304 preview.
But before we get into it, we have to introduce our very special guest today. He runs a super successful gym, which he's looking to expand in the near future. You may recognize him from the very popular show, Having Said That, where he plays Robin to Adi's Batman.
What? I thought Jay does most of the work, dude.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think I got it right.
This is a nice scripted cold open. I'm very happy to be
Shut the fuck.
Let me introduce you properly, bro. He's our good friend, our trainer, an expert at grappling and striking, the king of slink, and he really encouraged us to start this podcast and this show. Please welcome Zeus's cousin, Jahangir Hawaldar, aka Coach J. Let's go.
What's up, guys? It is very surreal to be here. I feel like you guys have been doing such a sick job so far. And I'm glad you'll have bumped it up to 2 episodes a week because, like you said, Olympics, again, you guys are going to have to be doing a lot of sports talk now, especially with that coming up. So why don't we get into it? What do you have for me?
Thanks, bro. Thanks for the vote of confidence. And it is actually really good to have you on. We worked really hard to have you on. Multiple texts back and forth. And Jay was like, no, I'm busy. No, I have this. And then we were like, dude, please just come. And then, I don't know, Tana gave him a kiss or something yesterday. And
no, he just gave me a little love, you know? Just whispered in my ear.
Yeah, sorry, love. Let's
and you're
replace
still
kiss.
half an hour late, so whatever.
What was I asked Jay, like, bro, please be there at 8. And he's like, dude, is 8 shoot time or arrival time?
I said call time.
And he ended up coming at 8:45. So it wouldn't have mattered what I told him. He was always going to come at 8:45.
That's showbiz.
You want to quickly address why we're wearing these berets and why we're dressed so culturally?
Yeah, because there's 2 events happening that we're covering right now. One is the Olympics, which is in France, in Paris, and beret is a French word, so we decided to wear it. And also, UFC 304 is taking place in Manchester, England, and we love the Peaky Blinders, they're from England, so we're like, fuck it, beret. And our friend Mustu has like 300 berets at home.
Yes.
So he decided to shell out 3 of them to us.
So thank you so much.
These are his?
Yeah.
Oh, shout out Mustu, man.
Smell the sweat?
Yeah.
Whenever Tane hands me something to wear, it's a general rule of thumb to not smell what he's handing you.
So yeah, we're sponsored by Mustu's Beret this episode.
And 505 coffee as well. We just had a couple of chocolate shakes, the cold chocolate this time. Right here, check them out. They're in Fort. And then they've sent us some cookies and a croissant as well today. So go check 505 coffee, Sammy.
Yeah, I love their coffee. As I've said before, I'm a big coffee guy, but the chocolate shake is what they sent this time, and it was a welcome surprise. I really loved it. I made Jay have some. He's like, give me more. I'm like, dude, I'm kind of parched right now. I need to finish this. Yeah, so it's really good. Check them out. And thank you so much for supporting us. So let's get into it.
So boys, we have, like you all said, Olympics coming up. Paris 2024. What is your favorite thing about the Olympics? Your favorite sport to watch? Jay?
My favorite sport to watch this time, I feel like everyone is super hyped for basketball in particular, right? You got LeBron James, Steph Curry, KD, Anthony Edwards, all of the big names, the big performers, a lot of them for the last time. So that, in my opinion, is going to be one of the best things to watch. And also, it's not going to be like a cakewalk for these guys. You know, I think the dream team played against 9 NBA superstars, like all in all in the tournament. And these guys are playing against, you can pull it up, I think it's something like 66. So it's not going to be a steamroll, but at the same time, obviously do favor them to win the whole thing, right? So I don't know if you guys checked out that South Sudan game.
They almost lost, right?
That was so wild, bro. How do you even let it get that close against a team like that?
Yeah, LeBron needed to make a game winner pretty much to beat South Sudan. Yeah. And like you said, since the Dream Team, the competition, the sport has gone much more global, and it's going to be much more exciting, although the US should take it home, the gold.
Pretty easily.
You know, the thing is with basketball, right? Because the usual NBA format is a playoff series, which is best of 7 games, you don't have that in the Olympics. It's a one and done. So if you lose in the semifinals or in the finals, up to the finals, you're done. You don't have a second chance. So like they need to be perfect every single game. Otherwise, it's going to be super embarrassing, I feel.
I'm actually happy that they're performing so badly before the tournament so that it feels like there's something at stake going into the tournament. Just because I am honestly not that excited about basketball. Because I'm like, it's going to be a cakewalk for them. The NBA is the greatest. Everyone plays in the NBA. So I'm happy that they're doing a good job into making us believe that the other teams actually might have a chance at beating them.
It's also the storyline, right? Like, what's his name? The athletics guy, Noah Lyles, came and said, champion. Champion of what or whatever. And right after that was the FIBA World Cup, which they lost. But they sent all of their college team guys.
College ball players.
Not even college ball, just like not random NBA players, but not the best of the best not NBA players.
Yeah, right?
This team should never lose a game ever. Like literally ever. So it will be interesting to see what happens. I'm very excited. What are you guys excited about sports-wise for the Olympics?
I'm excited about volleyball and handball.
Of course.
Volleyball, I just enjoy the sport because I feel like I can do well. And enjoy the sport. And then handball as well. It's like football with your hands with some rules tweaks. So I'm super excited for that as well.
Is handball the one with the net?
No.
What's the one that women play? It's the one with
netball.
Just the ball.
It's called netball.
Okay,
so handball, it's 2 goalposts, and then you can't just throw it from anywhere. There's a ring around it, and you have to be either in the air or outside the ring, and you have to throw it in the net, basically.
Yeah, you should go watch the best plays of handball. They're so athletic, and they have some insane dexterity in their wrists because they keep spinning the ball. Because that's how... I don't think speed works in that or power of your throw works in that. It's more so how you can deceive the goalkeeper while finally shooting the ball. And that comes out of like spinning it and making that last minute
and
adjustment.
And how they like just jump in the air and rip it.
Yeah, it's almost like a dunk but into a goal.
You know, the thing with the Olympics is that it's literally any sport you watch. You can put on anything. You can put on... I'm not a huge table tennis fan, but it's pretty intense. These guys have worked their entire lives essentially to be in this moment. So whenever you tune in, you're tuning into someone's peak, like the peak of their life. You know, we don't always have
the saddest moment.
Or the saddest moment of their lives. Yeah, like you're not always going to be Michael Phelps, who's going to keep coming back to the Olympics year after year after year. Some people are one and done. And for these one and done guys, it's so fucking meaningful, bro. It's crazy. I love it.
Prepped their whole life since they were kids just for that moment, and it comes... Obviously, they have other tournaments, but nothing's bigger than the Olympics for those athletes. Yeah. So that's their day, that's their moment, and it's the best doing what they do best.
Yeah. So. Also, weightlifting is super exciting. I think...
Thank God you said that.
Yeah. No, I love, I think...
Did you actually mean to say that, or is it just... This is just a business move?
No, I think one of the things that I used to do back in the day was watch, 2-3 hour Olympic live streams, because like I said, you're doing... That's how long the sessions last, right? In like a men's...
Yeah, I'm not doubting you.
And basically, their whole life comes down to those 5 seconds. You know, and it's very common to miss a few lifts. You get only 3 attempts for both the lifts. It's only 2.
I know, we've been a part of volley games. I know how this works.
Volley games, we do only 2. So shout out volley games. But it's crazy, bro. It's like 5 seconds for the rest of your life. It's so meaningful. It's so impactful. I think whatever you tune into Olympics-wise is going to be amazing.
Yeah, I totally agree. For me, favorite sport to watch is wrestling. Just because it takes me back to when I first started watching the Olympics back in 2008 when Sushil Kumar won the bronze at the Beijing Olympics. I remember watching the sport, not really understanding what was happening, but just the feeling of seeing someone win a medal on screen for India.
For India, yeah.
One man dominate another. Gotta love that, right?
I didn't say that.
I was wondering
You
when
said
you would
that.
jump into that, bro. Yeah.
But over time, the only time I really watch wrestling is during like a Commonwealth Games or a Asian Games or Olympics.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting. Over the years, I've come to understand the sport. The scoring is really interesting, not like other boxing or MMA kind of competitions. It's very plain and simple and black and white right on the screen. So you can see someone leading by 10 points, but in the last round, that person, the loser, can just make a comeback within the matter of like a few seconds by doing these certain moves that give you 2 to 3 to 4 points and so on. So yeah, that's always a huge, must watch for me. And this year we have some hopefuls, and hopefully we do end up winning a medal in wrestling.
Yeah, I hope so, man. Have you guys seen that video of Kurt Angle winning his Olympic gold medal with a broken neck?
No, I haven't.
Who does he fight? Can you pull that up for a sec? It's Alexander Karelin.
I can't remember.
Right, the dude who used to like carry like refrigerators upstairs. He's like unbeaten.
Not the Big Show?
Best. Not the Big Show. But it was, dude, it's insane. He has a broken neck, okay, and he's going up against arguably the best wrestler in the entire world, possibly in the history of the world. And man, it just, like you said, it's so black and white, right? So when he knows that he's won, it's insane. I would encourage everyone to go check that video out. It's great.
Okay, so I think, did you get him? Yeah. Did you get the name?
Yeah, so he beat this Iranian, actually called Abbas Jadidi.
Oh, yo. Shout out Abbas, man. That's
But yeah,
crazy.
I guess drink a lot of milk and then you can wrestle like Kurt Angle with a broken.
Yeah, drink a
neck
lot of
and
milk,
stuff,
do a lot of perks, and you too can become an Olympic level athlete.
Talking about sports that y'all like to watch in the Olympics, what would be a sport that y'all think isn't in the Olympics yet, but you would want to see it there in the future?
So, just for the last one, we tried to avoid track and field and stuff like that, which everyone enjoys, and obviously football and things like that. So that's why we gave some answers that are different from what our audience
The
answers.
mainstream.
Sure.
He asked what sport should be included.
So, I mean, I've always thought that since it's the second most popular, well, it is now going to be included, but I've always thought cricket needed to be in the Olympics. And
so you're not
now-
answering the question correctly.
No, so a sport that isn't in the Olympics right now. Okay, weightlifting is getting banned next time in the Olympics because of a lot of PED use.
You're still not answering it correctly. Well, that's funny. Canada plays cricket once in the T20 World Cup.
We should definitely play cricket more often.
Jay is Canadian.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. Let me think. Why don't you guys go first? I'll think on it.
MMA, of course, should be
Easy
part of the
layup, bro.
Olympics.
I have 3 options. I can give you an answer if you can't think. So let me know.
You go ahead.
No, you go ahead first.
So yeah, MMA, obviously a sport that us 4 love, and there's a way to regulate it and make it a tournament style, which they do anyway for IMMAF, which is an amateur international tournament. So they can use those rules and make it work, and that'll be a sick thing, I think.
I think that's the issue, right? It doesn't have a central rule set. So they do want to make it an Olympic sport. They have to come up with, like, everyone has to agree. Would PFL and everyone have to agree on one rule set?
No.
Or would it be an
because
Olympic rule
it
set?
would
Those
be
are private organizations.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like the NBA and the Olympic basketball rules are not the same. The 3-point line is closer and things like
FIBA
that.
rules, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they would make their own rule set, which I said could be taken from that IMMAF tournament style thing.
Sure, definitely.
And it would make sense.
Yeah. So sports that I would like to be seen. I have 2 answers. Number 1, darts. Just the clips online of people who go to watch darts in the UK is nuts.
It is. It's actually pretty sick.
People going wild in the crowd, spilling beer on each other. I hope we could recreate that into the Olympic setting.
Yeah.
But I'd love to see darts. And also the kind of people who play, or athletes who play darts, do not look like the Olympic athletes. So seeing someone like that win a gold medal, silver medal, bronze medal makes me feel like even I would be able to do it someday.
Yeah, bro. Like even shooting. I mean, like, come on. Let's be honest, bro.
I think people who throw darts are more
athletes.
More of an athlete than someone who shoots.
Oof.
In my opinion,
It's crazy
like,
shade on my man what's his name? Abhinav Bindra.
Yeah, I mean, okay,
Shout out
if
you, bro.
Abhinav Bindra was ever in a gunfight, dude, he's gonna die first.
Because he'd have to set up his own,
he's
his own
gonna-
tripod and everything.
With his eye patch and all that, dude, I'm not trusting him to fucking defend me with a gun.
No.
I mean, kudos to him. He's won a gold medal. He's done our country proud.
Yeah. Shout out Abhinav, man.
Shout out Abhinav, and thank you so much. And if you want to come on the pod and defend yourself. But
Not
again,
with a gun.
Not with a
Yeah,
gun.
but dude, I feel like, do you feel like darts maybe won't get into the Olympics because of like the global recognition? I think that's the only thing holding it back. Because you're right, bro. Watching darts is so much fucking fun, bro.
Yeah,
It's
and
insane.
the Olympics is struggling for viewers to watch, or like making itself fun. Add this fucking fun sport. They went and added b-boying,
Yeah, skateboarding.
skateboarding. Yeah.
Skateboarding is kind of dope. Man.
Kinda
Skateboarding
dope.
is fucking sick. Yeah.
But
yeah.
b-boying, like breakdancing, I'm not really excited to see.
Olympics getting gay, bro.
Yeah, that's. Tanya's just gonna say this just so that you can put a thumbnail. The casuals make Olympics gay. You know? Okay, I did think of something. Because if you have it on your list, I don't want to miss out on it. Bowling. I feel like fuck, dude. You think the dart clips are insane? There's that clip that we like a lot.
Code of the century, bro.
Yo, straight up, bro. I fucking love bowling, bro.
Who do you think I am?
Who you think you are? I am, bro. Fuck, that is an insane clip. Because I'm just like, bro, this guy is like, he's too good. He's like the GOAT at bowling. And it's just insane to me that these niche sports have such a wild community.
You know his story. I'm just looking up his name, but his story is actually insane. His name is Peter Weber. He's won 37 titles, 10 major championships, 6 PBA, 50 titles, whatever.
Crazy.
But his story is crazy because he's released a memoir autobiography of his, and he was at the pinnacle of bowling, but also had a crazy drug problem. Believe it or not, he was a
I believe it.
huge cokehead, and the bowling success was too much for him to handle. So he had to turn towards coke to like cope with all the
crazy,
pressures.
bro.
And he, in that video that you just quoted from, he looks, 30, 40 years old, and he's talking to a kid.
12-year-old.
Yeah, he's talking to a 12-year-old, and he's saying, who you think you are, I am.
Oh,
To
he's competing against a 12-year-old?
Not
No.
competing.
In the crowd.
Some 12-year-old was talking shit to him from the crowd. And that's why he turned and he's like, who you think you are, I am.
Bro, he's definitely not 30, 40, bro. He's like 60 something.
In
No,
that
at the
video.
time.
Sure.
In
Oh,
that
that
video.
video's old.
Yeah.
Dude, and he was also definitely on coke in that video.
Probably.
There's no
but like,
chance
how do you
he
keep
was
your
on coke in
nerves
that
so
video.
calm? Like, not that I've done coke or
He's the
anything,
goat,
not a
bro.
coke guy. But
There's a disclaimer. You can just edit that out.
No one questioned anything about that. Why are you being so cautious?
The one way we would be suspicious.
Samrit, when you're editing this, cut it out.
No, but he was definitely on
Coke.
a ton of coke.
Who, Sammy?
As you know. You had some more though. You had
I
some
had
more.
one more.
Yeah.
Which is slap kabaddi or thappad kabaddi.
Oh, power slap?
Yo, that would be.
It's a better version of power slap IMO. But have you seen these videos of people in rural Pakistan just slapping each other and running around?
Low key, I feel like I might have seen a few.
So I've seen these amazing videos of people in their underpants in rural Pakistan running around in circles, just slapping each other.
Yeah, look directly at him while you're saying that.
And whoever lands more slaps ends up winning.
And they have to cross a line.
No line, nothing. It's just... So the rules are very simple. 2 players aim to slap each other, scoring 1 point for each slap landed on the opponent above the waist. The winner
Above the
is the
waist.
one who scores the most points or who can force his opponent to forfeit the match. So you basically slap the person so much that they're like,
You
dude,
lost.
I'm done.
Mustu and I played this in Karjat, bro.
I was going to say, you lost Tanya at below above the waist. He said, I'm not interested.
And to like wrap all this up, there is no time limit or the limit of the number of slaps that can be executed.
Oh my God.
Though causing injury to the opponent results in disqualification in some matches. So there's a technique to it. Where
Oh,
you
you can't
slap
hurt
them
them.
so hard and so much, just enough for them to not get injured.
So how do you win? There's no time limit. There's no score limit. How do you win?
It's just like, I'm done, bro. I want to go home. I'm tired.
Wow. That's crazy, bro.
So
That's wild.
I think we should include thappad /slap kabaddi, go Pakistan.
Go Pakistan. And one more sport is squash that's never been in the Olympics.
Yeah,
and it's
which
very
is crazy,
shocking.
right?
Yeah.
It's such a
that's
fun
pretty
sport and
international as well,
yeah.
right?
Finally, last question about the Olympics is what sport do you think, like if your life was on the line and you had to play one sport in the Olympics?
Basketball.
Jay would use his height.
Jay would play 3v3 basketball, Hasbullah, Jay and Abdul.
Land of the...
Oh, fuck. Just, bro, like, I feel like just... I would say shooting, bro, because it requires someone set it up for me, I'll go fucking pull the trigger, bro. I mean, realistically asking, I mean, I would say, like, fucking shooting, bro. Like, there's no way I'm synchronized diving and stuff like that. Although I can swim a mean 100 meters.
Yeah, I've seen you when we surf. Your form is impeccable.
He's just in the water doing this.
Doing this. And to just show you his form in the water looks exactly like this. Tana, you want to go?
No, you go first. I forgot what
Easy,
I was
women's
say.
soccer.
He'd just be goalkeeping.
And then he'd run up with the ball and score also.
No, but on a serious note, handball. I think I'm a
Handball.
goalkeeper.
Okay, that's what's
It
up.
translates, my skills translate easy to this sport. I'd go in goal immediately, and I think I'd be able to do a good enough job. Obviously, not Olympic level. Maybe the Indian Olympic team, but
As a goalie or
As a
an
goalie.
offensive player? Okay,
As a
cool.
goalie.
Cool, that's cool.
I think
How
I'd-
big are the balls?
the
Relax.
balls. You want to tell him?
I have no idea.
They're palm size. The ball, palm size.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
dangerous, bro.
Why is it dangerous? Any sport is
It's
dangerous.
pretty nifty then, you know? Like I'm saying, like for a goalie, you know?
Yeah, very dangerous.
I would say karate, bro. Because I think I can do a mean kata.
I fuck with that, bro.
And I'd remember everything.
I feel that.
Your
I feel like
memory is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
good.
I feel like he's also super graceful, so like he'd be able to blend a routine together. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
so do people on YouTube. They think the same about him.
Graceful.
Graceful.
Oh man. But yeah, I think shooting, handball, and karate.
And then we could all do all the women's sports.
Yeah, lovely. Wait, okay. Sorry. I know I'm not a huge like tennis guy, but it's also gonna be Nadal's last Olympics and Andy Murray's as well, right? Is there any significance to winning the Olympics tennis-wise? Like, is it counted as like, is it as prestigious as winning like a Wimbledon or Australian Open, stuff like that? Like, do people count Olympic medals when they're talking about GOAT status?
People
No.
don't, but your country really values it.
Yeah.
Like Andy Murray got a sir before his name after he won the Olympic gold
Okay,
a
cool.
few years ago.
Okay,
So
cool.
your
But in
country
England,
really
they just give anyone sir and madam, dude.
Nah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, dame. But yeah, but I think that it's very sports and topical, right? So Olympics is happening this year. And if we were to have the GOAT debate about a tennis player,
Yeah.
then I'd shove in those medals.
Yeah, sure.
But if Olympics is out of my mind and out of the sports cycle, I'm not really going to talk about
Yeah,
it. I'm
okay.
just going to talk
Fair
about the Grand Slams.
Who has the most Olympic gold medals for tennis? Do you know?
Good question.
Yeah.
Andy Murray is the only guy to ever
Shoot,
win
the
it twice.
quiz was last
He's
time.
the only one to ever win it
He's
twice.
the only
Wow.
person to ever win it twice.
That's pretty cool, bro.
No,
Yeah,
Andy Murray, I'm sorry, you deserve so.
actually, bro. And Nadal and Alcaraz are playing doubles
Yes.
as well,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool, man.
That's gonna be sick.
It will.
Yeah.
Especially because Alcaraz also still plays for Nadal's academy.
Oh, does he? Oh
Yeah.
shit! I didn't even know that, bro.
I might be getting the numbers wrong on this, but you have to attend the academy. You cannot not attend the academy for 14 days at a stretch or something like that.
Okay.
So right after winning the Wimbledon, Alcaraz was back into Nadal's
Damn.
academy so that he doesn't lose like membership or his spot in the academy.
Imagine Alcaraz has to do that, losing a membership. And
Yeah,
shit.
that's
Shoot, it's
crazy,
Bombay
bro.
Gym. Or?
That's actually crazy, bro. Wow.
I just want to say something real quick. We should be really excited as Indians about, you're a Canadian, but Tanay and I and Zeus and Krish should be really excited because this is the largest contingent of athletes that we're sending. We're sending 30 athletes. The president of the Indian Olympic Committee, PT Usha, said that we should be aiming for medals in the double digits.
For sure.
So which would probably be our highest tally. So we should be really excited, looking forward to it, and like cheering our athletes on.
Yeah, I'm very excited for
Yeah, go India, fuck Canada.
Yeah.
I'm Team India as well, guys. Just want to put it out there.
Show me your passport.
So we have UFC 304 coming up. Quite an exciting card back in Manchester in the new co-op live arena that they just launched. So yeah, 2 title fights. The first main fight, Leon Edwards versus Belal.
Who?
What's his name?
I don't know.
I can't remember his name.
Belal Muhammad. So yeah.
So this is a rematch that's going to happen, and this time it's for the belt. The first time they fought was 2 or 3 years ago, and Leon Edwards eye-poked Belal Muhammad in the second round, and Belal pulled out. So basically it was a no contest. This is also a historical fight in regards to both of them are on a 10-fight unbeaten streak. So it's a super high-level fight. But then again, these guys don't have that many finishes, so it's kind of going to... I don't know. It could be a boring fight as well. It has the potential for that.
Yeah.
Or it could be spectacular and really fun because they hate each other.
Yeah, they definitely hate each other. And if you watched the first fight, like Leon Edwards was taking it to Belal. You know what I mean? Before that eye poke, which, I mean, it looked pretty bad, but I think Belal sold the fuck out of that eye poke. It was pretty bad though. I don't mean to insult any of your UFC
Yeah, bro,
fighters,
please
you know?
do not, dude. I was just going to stop you and be like...
Actually, he can say that because I've poked him in the eye multiple times.
That's really big
yeah, but he's talking about those fighters that you spend every day with right after the fight. He doesn't know how they feel, no?
He
after
doesn't.
It's one of those things with someone like Belal, because he's such a grappling heavy fighter that he will have boring fights. You know, it's a question of, see, if Leon Edwards could keep away Usman in the second fight, and he did a good job of that. We saw that he did a really good job of keeping him off, staying at the fence, all of that kind of stuff. Now, the only issue I feel would be he's been training with Khabib. How relentless is he going to be? How good is his cardio going to be? Can it last over 5 rounds? Because like you said, he's not a finish fighter. So he's either going to grind him into the ground or he's going to get knocked out. That's my opinion. I think Leon's going to finish him if he does win.
Like Tana said, it might be a boring fight, but none of y'all touched upon like the political aspect of this fight, with Belal being Palestinian and he might be the first Palestinian champion, and everything that's going on in Palestine and what it would mean for the country. Also, it just shows you that Belal fucking needed his country to go into war for him to fucking get a fight. Speaks to how boring he is as a fighter. That's what people say. I haven't really watched that many of Belal's fights to really make that judgment. But that's what the sentiment is online, that he is a pretty boring fighter.
He is a pretty boring fighter, yeah.
And I think UFC's done a great job in like placing this fight right in the middle of all this, considering like the international... They are also juicing all of that.
Yeah.
I saw all the embedded and the backstory, countdown to UFC. They mentioned it a bunch of times. So they are they are really playing into it. And it also made me realize how we as cricket fans are so lucky to have India and Pakistan.
Sure.
The political context and the aspect and how that like ramps everyone up is always there, and we always have it.
For sure, it's
and
crazy.
UFC is now making the most of it.
Yeah, but I want to say one thing though. It's such a he's so boring, and the main event is being considered so boring that they actually moved. They're like, fuck the fighters, fuck the fans. We want to make as much money off this shit card, which is not a shit card, by the way.
It's not a shit card.
We want to make as much money as possible. So they are actually keeping it at regular time, like at what would be US regular time. So far, 7:30 a.m. For the UK, it's fucked, bro. I feel like you should not do that to the fighters, bro.
They're probably going to start fighting at 6 a.m.
Yeah, these guys.
That's fucked up,
Yeah.
bro. That's one of the things
6
that I did not
a.m.
agree with at all when the UFC did that. But then again, you know, the sentiment is that it's going to be a really boring card. There's that meme, right, that's been out there for a while now where Belal has written that paragraph of his dreams and his visions of this fight, and he's like, in this fight I'll keep him at length with my jab, I'll take him down a few times.
His dreams also boring.
That's what, so he's like I'll jab him and I'll get the decision in the end. Someone commented, he's like, dude, even this guy's dreams, he's still winning by decision, bro. You could get a TKO on a dream, bro. It's his own dream.
I know Jay is saying it's a boring card, but I know he doesn't mean it. Like the discourse online is that. I think that I think in fact it's a really exciting fight because Belal has so much riding on it. He's finally got the shot. Again, that entire political country is a lot is riding on it for him.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's not a boring. If you're a fight fan, it's not a boring card.
Get excited for it. Wake up. It's gonna. It's going to be good.
And it's super easy also. I tell people all the time, if you're not a UFC fan, it's so easy to become one because essentially there's events happening once a month, or at least the big ones. And all you have to do really is watch Countdown. At least for the main fights or the main event. You just need to watch Countdown.
So Countdown
and then you have a little more context.
Countdown is a series that UFC posts in lead up on YouTube and lead up to each fight night.
Yeah.
And then they have Embedded, which is another series on YouTube.
Yeah, that's a little harder to get
amazing context for you to get into it, learn more about the fighters. And honestly, all of the stuff that I've watched makes me like each and every fighter that I watch.
Exactly. It does a great job. I think the UFC, one of the best things they do is their PR. Like their PR department does such a good job. I was texting Tanya literally today. I was like, yo, like... I was texting...
I'm not going to say that during the show.
I was texting my meetup prince. I was texting Tanya today and I watched the Countdown as well. We'll get into the Tom Aspinall Curtis Blaydes fight, but it just kind of humanizes the fighters a lot, you know, like especially if you don't know anything about them, they all have pretty interesting backstories, and at the end of the day they just want to win, you know, they just want to play their sport. Their sport is fighting, so it's, you know, more intense.
Can't play fighting.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's play fight.
You know, yo guys, let me leave the room at least.
But yeah, Countdown is one of the best things ever on YouTube. Sure. They always put it out on Sunday when the fight's on the coming Saturday, and then Embedded comes out every day, and that's the day-to-day of the fighters during fight week. But yeah, like you guys have been saying, Belal does deserve the shot. 10 plus fights in a tough welterweight division. You deserve a title fight. Not the most entertaining, but he is a great fighter. He's been able to beat Wonderboy and Burns. I think those were his last 2 wins, which are very high-level wins.
I think Burns was injured though, right?
Yeah, I think he got a little negative, but you still have to put Gilbert Burns.
Sure.
You know, you have to win.
Yeah, you got to win.
And
Did he get injured in the fight?
No, yeah, during the fight.
Okay, like, then it's, I mean, that's consequence.
After round 1 or something, he hurt his shoulder. And then Sean Brady also, who he actually TKO'd.
That was a good fight. Yeah. That was on the Islam Oliveira one.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
In the Abu Dhabi card a couple years ago. So, yeah, it's a very high-level fight, potential to be boring. And my prediction is I think Leon's going to win. Mm-hmm. Probably knockout, but even a decision, Leon's going to win because he showed against Usman and Covington that he doesn't succumb to the pressure in Usman too, and then the Covington fight. And he's become a really good grappler as well. At least
in terms of stuffing the takedowns, I will say that, like, dude, when we were watching the Usman Leon fight, the second one, I was shocked because he kept him off every single time. And it was great to see, man. The confidence that he went into with that second fight with the belt. It's like a new fighter almost, bro. It was insane. I loved it.
His title fights, Leon's, have been back-to-back-to-back pressure-heavy wrestlers and grapplers. So I think he's used to it now and he'll do a great job. He'll keep the belt in England.
I think if he keeps Belal off his back, I don't really see anyone in the welterweight division, at least right now, that can challenge him. You know, Shafkat probably is the number 1 option. But other than that, unless Usman comes back, which, I mean, he's not going to fight for the belt directly. I don't see that happening.
Yeah, if he beats Belal, there are contenders, like you said, Shafkat Ian Gary, and then
Jack Della.
Jack Della, I think, is good as well.
And they were talking about Sean Brady too.
Sean Brady, not yet, but...
Sean Brady,
he's up and coming in a few years. Yeah. That's what I read. Leon won me over with his headshot dead. I've been his fan ever since that. I think Leon is going to take it too. I want him to take it as well. And just closing out this fight, Belal Muhammad's pet name or stage name or whatever is Remember the Name. Nickname. Belal, remember the name Muhammad. It's the worst nickname ever. You have such a cool job.
Yeah.
Right?
Please remember my name.
Options are limitless. And Muhammad is one of the most common names in the world. Like, just Statistically, dude.
Yeah,
That's why Zeus, when you said Bilal Muhammad, Jay and I were like, who? I can't remember his name. But yeah, dude, if you become champion, hire me as your PR guy, and that's the first thing I'll do for you.
Yeah, just drop that, bro. You
Yeah.
gotta come up with something else.
Next fight, we have the co-main. We have the heavyweight interim title fight. Tom Aspinall versus Blaydes. Obviously, the second time they're fighting. The first time, Aspinall went down with a freak injury 15 seconds into round 1. So we didn't really get to see it. But yeah, I'm quite excited for this fight.
I fucking love Tommy Aspinall. Since the day he stepped into the UFC, his average fight time is like 2 minutes or less than 3 minutes or something. Putting guys away with ease. Like Pavlovich, we thought that was his last fight for the interim belt. We thought it was going to be a tight one.
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, he got hit once and he knocked him the fuck out quick
Crazy.
after that.
It was crazy, man.
So, Curtis Blaydes is actually his only loss in the UFC, which was, like Zia says, through a freak injury. And I really love Aspinall, but after watching Countdown, I've started to love Blaydes as well, bro.
Yes.
That guy's the man.
That's what Countdown does, man. And with Aspinall, I think, you know, there's obviously a novelty to having a new fighter in the UFC, like a new young fighter who's actually taking the fights to people. I remember he lost to Curtis Blaydes. Was it in Manchester only?
It was in London.
It was in London, right? So he went down with a knee injury, and then he came back and faced Tybura, I think, right? And then he knocked him out. And then he went on to fight Pavlovich, knocked him out. This is going to be an insane fight, bro. I feel like Curtis Blaydes is going to try and take Tom Aspinall down, but Aspinall's been doing jiu-jitsu for like his entire life. I think his dad started being a jiu-jitsu instructor.
His dad who looks
coach.
like his son.
Yeah.
Dude, yo, low-key, bro. If you take the white hair off, definitely.
His dad was one of the first black belts in England.
In England, yeah.
Jiu-jitsu.
Even Aspinall said, I think in the countdown itself, that this is the hardest stylistic matchup for him because Blaydes is super wrestling heavy and Aspinall has that BJJ background, but all his fights have ended pretty quick.
That's
and
the question, I feel.
through knockouts, right?
Yeah.
I might have that wrong, but 6 out of his last one submission. Yeah.
What was the submission?
Arlovsky submission and Volkov submission.
It was in the, what was it? What was the
Arlovsky was rear naked and then Volkov was a straight arm.
Okay.
But more interestingly, Tom Aspinall went on Ariel Halwani's show and dropped a bomb. He said that he's been soaking his knuckles in petrol at 4 a.m. every morning. Apparently, that makes your knuckles
Harder. Yeah, I saw that as well.
Harder.
What do you think,
Petrol
bro?
prices are high as fuck and he's doing this shoot.
What do you think? Is that like a common thing with fighters?
I
do
have
they
no
do that?
idea.
No,
So, I mean, he's in
so-
the pulse of
Apparently,
Yeah.
he was memeing
oh shit!
Ariel
Really? Oh,
Halwani,
okay.
and Ariel totally fell for it because he went on
We
to
all
ask
So
like,
did we.
We all
yeah.
did.
So
right?
yeah, so did we.
Till
But
right
we
now.
should start making Zeus do it. Every episode, have him
Just his fingers in
soak,
gasoline.
soak his
Bro, our budget isn't that high to buy petrol all the time, shoot.
But he's
Indian oil
still-
if you want to sponsor us.
He said, right? Tom Aspinall said that after his knee injury, he's come back and he's like reinvented himself mentally. I feel like that's the only attitude that you need to have as an athlete because you can be so unsure of yourself, especially because it's a knee injury. And if that mental doubt is there, you're not going to perform as well. And then he came out and fucking knocked out Pavlovich like that. It was crazy. I loved it.
You said the Curtis Blaydes countdown made you really like him. Same
Yes.
here, dude.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
I was to create a fighter on UFC, the game, I would make him look exactly like Curtis Blaydes. He looks like the Geodude version of a human. The name Curtis Blaydes, Curtis Razor Blades.
Dude, that's
Perfect.
fucking sick.
Perfect
That's a
name.
fucking nickname,
Get a
guys.
fucking-
That is a fucking nickname, dude.
Yeah, what a fucking name and a story of how he's had a stutter. His dad had a stutter
bro.
too, how he overcame that, and now
Yeah.
he's like biggest stage, knocking people
I'm
out.
very excited. I'm very excited. He
So,
said
however boring the main fight might be,
co-main is going to be
co-main
fucking
is
electric,
going to be
bro.
electric. There's a
100%.
lot riding for
Yeah.
both these fighters, and
Yeah.
both have a lot of potential.
They both have a lot of potential, and this fight has a lot of implications as well because
Implication?
I mean, you know, because John Jones is going to be fighting at some point. He's going to be fighting Stipe, and then whether he retires or not, he's going to fight the winner of this fight. So, if I honestly think that if Blaydes beats Aspinall, John Jones retires after beating Stipe. If he doesn't, he might stick around and fight Aspinall. That's my genuine opinion because people have been I don't think he needs to prove anything. In my opinion, I think he's the GOAT.
Okay,
but,
Dana White.
but
So what's the weather like? John
but,
Jones, pound for pound, best ever. You look at his record.
He is
He's
though,
the
and his
GOAT.
record is now going to be perfect.
Yep.
Because they just released a statement saying that the 12 to 6, the 12 to 6 elbow is not going to be a rule, so he can. The fuck.
Get it
UFC
reversed.
He can get it reversed. Exactly. He can appeal for it.
UFC / Dana White are sucking his dick so much, bro.
Bro,
Yeah, they
I-
changed the whole rule set.
Yeah,
Bro,
they
guys.
really want him,
No,
need
it's-
him to come back.
Look, here's the thing. I feel like
Apart from Dana White doing all his PR for him.
he's carrying John Jones on his back right
Great
now. bro.
guy.
He
Love
needs
him.
Belal Muhammad's manager. Just
Remember the
someone
name.
who, will keep you on the side. John Jones needs to be on the side, bro. But it's going to be cool to see him fight again, no matter who he fights. I think he's the greatest of all time. Let's see.
Picks.
Ooh, I'll go Tom Aspinall.
I'd say Aspinall as well.
Yeah.
And the fight finishes.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
these
for sure.
heavyweights,
For sure,
heavy
for sure, for
hitters,
sure.
they're going to finish the fight.
I'll say Blaydes, just
Okay.
because of
Okay.
he's my. If I
You-
could create a
okay,
fighter, he
okay.
is my
Cool,
Geodude.
Cool. He said in Countdown only, I think it was, where he was like...
Don't imitate him. It's not cool.
not Blaydes. Where he...
We
where
get
Aspinall-
cancelled, bro.
where
Jay, come
Aspinall
on.
said,
We are like so
that
clean
he
and all on
touched
the
him
show.
like lightly. He's like, I gave him a light 1-2 when he went down. He's like, heavyweight MMA, right?
Yeah,
I was like,
Aspinall
fuck.
said
I was
that.
like, fuck, dude, that's insane, bro.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay,
fight.
next fight we have lightweight King Green versus the crowd favorite.
Good ones, yes.
I don't think he's the crowd favorite at
No,
all anymore,
Paddy.
bro.
No.
In
I
England,
don't think he's the crowd
a little
favorite
bit,
anymore.
but
Yeah, maybe in
Did you see the clip?
maybe not in Manchester, especially actually.
Yeah, he's not good.
Liverpool, right?
But did you see Paddy's Liverpudlian and Liverpool? A lot of Liverpudlian people do not consider themselves English. So there was a clip of Paddy at the Euro finals, or like watching it at a bar in a Euro finals when England was losing. Paddy was fucking cheering and booing all the England fans
Oh, shit, really?
in the bar. Yeah, because he hates like the government, the establishment, and Liverpool has been like that.
Yeah. Anti-governmental.
Anti-government, they haven't got that much attention from the government. So yeah, Paddy is super political like that and super like, I'm going to fight for what I think is correct.
Yeah.
So he's not going to be the favorite, was my point.
Yeah, dude. Fucking Paddy sucks, bro.
Sure.
I'm sorry, bro. Dude, I'm sorry. I think he's so fucking overrated, bro.
You take him?
And he's
Bradley
so...
Martin?
I mean, bro. He's like, what, 155?
In a street fight, bro?
I'd smash his head on the concrete. What does he say?
But dude, he's so fucking overrated, bro. He lost to a former fucking heroin addict. You know what I mean? Like Jared Gordon. You know what I mean? And then his fight against Tony
Don't say bad
Ferguson,
shit about the
bro.
fighters. Are you mad?
I'm sorry, bro. Okay,
Tana
listen.
is getting-
I just think he's overrated.
No,
I think
no,
he's a
that
great
is-
dude
yeah.
and stuff like that.
Don't bring up like
Um,
addictions and all.
No, that's actually good because it makes them look
Oh, okay.
They overcame
in a good light.
the
I'm just-
addiction. You know.
Okay,
Just
this is
Don't
what-
overuse this shit.
This
Chu.
is what
It's so
I can.
annoying.
This is what I can bring up about fighters addictions. Yes.
And that Tony Ferguson, guys, we watched both those fights. We watched it together. Come on, that Tony Ferguson fight, he should have put him away in the first round, in the second round, in the third round. He did not get the finish, and that to me was like a huge red flag, bro. Because Tony Ferguson in 2023, 24 sucks. Like
Everyone sucks.
No, I
according
mean,
to this guy.
guys, come on. You look at Tony Ferguson's last
The
fucking five
biggest,
fights.
best UFC
Yeah,
fan.
no,
First fight, boring as fuck.
no.
Third fight sucks.
But so that's what I'm saying. It's a make or break for Paddy because Bobby Green is coming. King Green is coming off a fucking heater of UFC 300 where he beat the fucking living shit out of
Jim.
Jim
Miller?
Yes.
Miller. And we were just like, why don't you finish? He was toying with him, bro. It's crazy. I think King Green is gonna win, but
First off, he just changed his name to King from Bobby King Green. He just made his nickname his name. It's like Belal doing remember the name Muhammad without
is
Belal.
The UFC.
Just think about that.
Is the UFC purposely putting fighters with badass fucking nicknames on the fight card with Belal Muhammad to teach his PR team, look at these guys, look at any one of them, hire them.
So I saw an interview of John Anik where he's like, this is going to be a struggle for me not saying Bobby Green.
Yeah.
Constantly having to retrain his mind to say King Green.
Yeah.
So I think if you guys are watching and y'all need like a good drinking game, if the commentator or anybody on the broadcast says Bobby Green by mistake, take a shot of coffee to wake yourself up because it's
If
going
you're
to be...
watching at 8 a.m. and drinking booze, figure out what your life is about.
Unless you haven't slept all night.
It's probably going to be us, dude.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long night and a long morning after that. But
But about the fight, like Jay said, Paddy, he started off in the UFC really hot. Everyone's a huge fan. He had a couple of great finishes, and then he fought Jared Gordon. And then he had some shit, like he was horrible in some interviews and this and that. So his stock went down. Jared Gordon fight, we all thought he lost. And he didn't perform as well as we thought in the Tony fight as well. So, like I said, his stock is dropped. King Green.
short.
Okay. King Green, anyway, he's been looking good and he's a great striker, I think, and he can wrestle as well. I also have King Green to win because Paddy hangs his chin up too high and he's very hittable.
Yeah, he's a sorcerer. Have you seen that?
Cody Garbrandt.
There's Cody Garbrandt, the dude. He was early on in Paddy's career. Like Paddy was just like what did he say?
He says, I'm a scouser. We don't get knocked out.
We don't get knocked out. Then Cody's like, someone asked him, what do you think of Paddy Pimblett? Because that was the whole thing going on. And he's like, dude, Paddy Pimblett's so fucking badass. He's a sorcerer, right? He said he's a sorcerer. I don't get knocked out.
So he basically mixed up Scouser.
For
sorcerer for Scouser.
America, baby.
I fucking love that clip, man. It's too good.
So I had bought the stock of Paddy when it was super high, and he's kind of disappointed me.
Yeah, me too, though.
As a shareholder, I'm not too happy with the dividends. But this is my last chance with Paddy.
Yeah, hold on.
If he doesn't perform well in this fight, that I'm done with Paddy.
I think the UFC is going to be done with him if he drops off.
Okay, so that's also
as well.
No,
is he ranked?
No. Contractually, also this is his last fight.
Yes.
Really? Is that true?
Yes, he announced it. He also said he wants to stay with the UFC, but if this doesn't work out, I can just go take a fight with one of those silly YouTubers.
Damn.
He did say that. I think he's going to get re-signed no matter what. It's just a matter of how much money.
Dude, I don't know. I feel
don't want to speculate, but that's...
They will offer him.
Sure.
Guaranteed to offer him.
Yeah.
He just announced this so that if he wins and puts up a great performance...
Then they'll have to pay him a little more,
I feel bad, but like he was doing so well when he came on. Barstool signed him, and because of him, Molly also got a deal.
Yeah.
And he was so
amazing,
hot
right?
for those 2-3 fights, and then just...
He was injured though, right? He had like a surgery, and then he came back from the surgery with Tony Ferguson. And you see the difference in Tom Aspinall, how he came back from surgery versus Paddy. So maybe Paddy needed a tune-up fight. Let's call it what it is. But dude,
that surgery somehow fucked up his mic skills also. It seemed like it, I mean, it was so entertaining when he came in, and then it just dropped off.
Yeah. Because, dude, when you're losing, it's very hard to talk shit.
You're as good as your last fight,
yeah,
bro.
honestly, man. But honestly, dude, if the UFC can sign fucking Paulo Costa back again, which fucking shout out Paulo Costa, man.
What do you mean? Have you seen his body or?
No, that's why they re-signed him. But yeah, like if they re-sign that motherfucker, they can re-sign anyone.
Secret to sponsor us. Come
they
on
can
the
honestly
show.
re-sign anyone. They re-signed Darren Till as well at some point. So fuck it. Who knows, man? They might.
Who knows?
I don't think he's gonna win though. I'm just.
Yeah.
I hope he
We
does
have
for
the
his
same picks
career's
for
sake. But yeah.
So y'all are saying King?
King.
King
I'm
Green,
saying
man.
Paddy.
Okay.
I said no, last chance for
Yeah.
Paddy.
Cool.
I still do not want to sell my shares.
Nah, go. I mean, fair enough.
The next fight we have Arnold Allen versus Giga Chikadze. I'm not sure
that's a
exactly
great
how you
fight,
pronounce his
man.
name.
Great
But yeah,
name.
that's a great fight.
Giga Chikadze.
What's his? He has a dope ass fucking. He has a cool nickname. Does he?
I don't know, but his normal name just sounds... He's Georgian or like from the country of
Ninja.
Georgia.
He has what?
Ninja is his nickname.
Yeah.
They have to be doing this on purpose.
Yeah.
There's no way he's doing this. There's no way Dana's like, okay, you guys have dope names. Fight
But
with-
his normal name is also just dope. He sounds like an anime character, dude.
Yeah,
Giga
yeah.
Chikadze.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no, he does. He's
I mean,
badass.
I don't know too much about him, so this is all I could drum up.
Doesn't know too much about him or anime. He just said it in a Japanese accent. Who do you have for that fight? Because that's interesting. I feel like Arnold Allen was on like a 11 fight win streak, and then he ran into Max, bro.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's so unfair when people like Max exist in 145, when someone like Dustin and Justin exist in 155, Robert Whittaker in 185, where it's like the gap between 1 and 2 is big enough where, you know, the champion is very clearly the champion at the time. But then the drop off from the top 3 to the rest is like crazy, bro. Like the UFC has a problem right now of these old motherfuckers beating the shit out of kids. They just beat the fuck out of everyone. It's crazy. So, I mean, I don't know. Let's see. Arnold Allen was a pretty promising fighter. Let's see what happens.
So Arnold Allen and Giga Chikadze, very high level fighter, 145. Like I was saying, they both started off really hot. He had a bunch of finishes. Giga kick, super entertaining. Sammy's been calling him an anime character with the finishing move.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm super excited, but I think Allen's got this one. He's a more well-rounded fighter than Chikadze is.
I would go Arnold Allen as well. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so for me, it was anime character or this dude who reviews food right after his fight. And his food reviews are awesome. Go check his YouTube page out. So I'm going to go for Allen.
Okay, sick. That's the only one we've agreed on so far.
Yeah.
No, main event also.
Leon, no, he is.
He did not say
okay.
Belal. Bro.
I forgot, honestly.
Okay, and then last, there's an interesting fight actually in the early prelims, which is a flyweight fight of rank 6 Mokaev versus the rank 8 Manel Kape or Kape.
Yeah, both
So-
very dynamic, interesting fighters. Which one of the dudes was obviously not Mokaev, but the dude who was chirping Izzy at the Sean Strickland press conference?
So Manel Kape basically was supposed to fight, what's his teammate name? The fucking Kaikara France.
Yes.
And Kaikara pulled out.
Yes.
And
yes.
then Manel fought someone else on that card in Australia. So they were yelling at each other because Kaikara France was at the press conference in the audience.
Yeah.
And then Izzy is obviously teammates with Kaikara, so he got up and tried to big brother him. And then Manel was talking shit to Izzy.
Yeah.
And Manel is like 3 feet shorter than him or something.
Yeah,
So it was a really entertaining,
It was
funny
very
ass
entertaining.
thing.
It was great. I think he's gonna take it.
Manel?
Though. Yeah, I think so.
Sammy, tell us why is this, even though it's such a crucial fight at 125, why is it so low on the card?
So yeah, I was doing some reading into it, and Mokaev revealed that Manel Kape will be his last fight on the contract, and he also said it's because I'm one of the lowest payments. So UFC was like, "Fuck you, we're going to stash you to the bottom of the barrel, and keep you there where you get no attention because you're not going to re-sign with us, and you're unhappy with the fighter pay."
Really? Okay, that's
Yeah.
interesting, man.
I mean, I think it's not the best decision that the UFC is making because
Yeah.
this guy is fucking 21 or 22 years old or something, and he's
Yeah,
6-0 in the
a good
UFC,
fucking fighter, bro.
4 finishes.
Yeah.
He got out of that fucking knee bar last time and went on and submitted the other guy. So
Bro.
I think he's very well. He's a fucking top high-level fighter at only
Yeah. I forgot
young
that was
age.
him, bro. The fuck, that knee bar. If we can put a picture up or something, that's fucking crazy, bro. That was insane. But yeah, I don't know why you would. The UFC, like, Dana's spiteful sometimes like that, bro. You
I
know?
think that's the reason they did it.
Yeah.
Because he seems like, oh, please, UFC re-sign me. I want to chase gold, etc., etc. But everyone's been saying it's because he said that out in public. And
What if he has like a banger finish? Do you think they re-sign him? Or do you think he wants to be re-signed?
I think he wants to be re-signed, and I think they'll re-sign him, but I don't think he's happy with the money that he's been getting.
Yeah.
It's a matter of, are they going to up it after one performance? It has to be insane,
It's a
right?
good opponent though. So if he does get like a finish or something, and it's a 3-round fight, these guys are gonna fucking go at it, you know.
And I fucking hope Manel makes weight, bro. He's been missing weight left and right.
Oh, yeah?
So many of his fights have been cancelled. Like, he is always one fight away from the title shot because he's a pretty entertaining and a good fighter.
Yeah.
But he fucking never can make weight. So I hope
Do you think that might be another reason that
so that they didn't put it too high in case he misses it?
In
I doubt
case
it.
he misses it?
I doubt it. Because the UFC...
Because
I mean,
again,
it's
there's a
risk,
speculative
right?
article that I'm reading on
MMA Mania,
The
you said.
MMA
I remember.
Mania.
They also don't tend to put flyweight fights anywhere near the top unless it's for the title. to be
No,
very
but
honest
these
with you.
guys are top flyweights.
No, these guys are
bro.
top flyweights,
Yeah.
but at the same time, if you look at the card, just from an interest perspective, obviously main, co-main, Paddy, and then it's a more interesting. Arnold Allen is a more interesting fight than these guys, and these guys are right after them.
No. These guys are early prelims or some shit. Like, they're way early.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Just stuff them in.
So it has to be
That is-
contractual more than
Yeah,
anything. Yeah.
I think you're right.
Okay, that was about it. Anything else on the fights? Oh, predictions?
I am Mokaev. If the fight happens.
I'm going to go with Mokaev too.
I'm gonna go with the other dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
Belal?
Who?
I can't remember. That
So-
was about it. Thank you so much, Jay, for coming on.
Yeah,
Hopefully
thank
we
you
can
guys.
have you on more often for the MMA.
Definitely.
Stuff.
Guys, support the casuals. These guys are doing a fucking fantastic job. Z is behind the camera. Krish behind the camera as well. Yeah, shout out you guys, bro. You guys are killing it. I love the fact that you guys have stepped it up to twice a week, like I said. Yeah, this was a fun one.
Thank you so much. You want to plug anything?
Yeah. Guys, go check out the Having Said That show. Shout out you guys. I love you. But this was fun. This was great.
Yes.
I had a really good time, man.
Thank you.
Guys. Thank you guys
It
so
was
much.
really fun. Thanks for coming on time. And now we're off to Slink.
Bye.
Come on, let's go.
Cut.